The Cowboy rides again in Sin City. Welcome into this edition of MMA Live Extra. I'm Kerry Chow. Donald Cerrone puts his 7-fight win streak on the line this Saturday at UFC 187 in Las Vegas, taking on John Makdessi. For more, we bring in ESPN MMA writers Brett Okamoto and Reed Kuhn. Brett, Makdessi fighting on short notice, replacing the injured Khabib Nurmagomedov. What do you expect to see in this matchup?
I'm expecting to see fun, striking exchanges in this matchup. If you're Donald Cerrone, you are definitely disappointed you're not fighting Khabib Nurmagomedov just because that fight had gotten a lot of steam behind it. These two have been going back and forth in the media headlines, and it was a clear-cut #1 contender fight. It was obvious the winner of that fight was going to go on and fight for the title, so you're definitely disappointed about that. Stylistically, though, facing Makdessi is far more fun than facing Khabib Nurmagomedov, who was going to basically be trying to take Donald Cerrone to the ground the entire time. Now he's fighting a guy who's going to come out and play with him a little bit, throw some strikes. And Makdessi is known as a guy who can throw unorthodox strikes that you're not really expecting, but he's also very technical. I don't think he gets enough credit for how technical he is. Just 1 month ago at UFC 186, he fought a guy named Shane Campbell, much taller than him, had a very long reach. It looked like he was a little uncomfortable in the first 2 minutes of the fight. Then he figured it out, started navigating through that reach, ended up knocking out Campbell inside the first round. I think he's capable of doing that kind of thing against Donald Cerrone, and he's going to look to showcase his striking in this fight.
Reed, Cerrone has the height and reach advantage. What do the numbers say here?
Well, that's actually really important here, because being the longer fighter against Makdessi is, first of all, what usually happens. Makdessi is a pretty short-range guy, but Cerrone, his style is perfect for this. He's very aggressive. He likes to press the pace, and that's going to be useful for him. So he's going to try to keep pushing forward, use his long-range attack against Makdessi, who is going to be looking to counter. Now, from a power and accuracy standpoint, Cerrone is the more powerful striker. At least he scores more knockdowns. But Makdessi is much more technical. He is very, very accurate offensively, and he's also very hard to hit. So if he draws Cerrone forward, Cerrone is very hittable. And Makdessi might be able to pull off a shocking upset. The odds are very steeply towards Cerrone here, but don't count Makdessi out.
All right, don't count Makdessi out. But Brett, Cerrone's won 7 straight. If he makes it 8, does he deserve a title shot?
I think so. I mean, what else do you have to do, really, to get up there and get a shot at a UFC title? 8 wins in a row is not enough, and I know it's unfortunate that he can't go out there and prove it against Khabib Nurmagomedov, because Nurmagomedov is outstanding. He's undefeated. A lot of people have him ranked higher than Donald Cerrone, but it's just not – it doesn't make sense to have him go back and fight Nurmagomedov, because Rafael dos Anjos, the champion, is going to need somebody to fight in the fall. If Donald Cerrone wins this, he is obviously – the #1 choice here. I am all on board with the Donald Cerrone title shot if he gets win number 8.
All right, if he gets win number 8. So time for some predictions. Reed, we start with you. Who's going to win?
Well, Cerrone has more paths to victory here. He's the more effective and efficient fighter. But based on the current odds, as a 4-1, 5-1 favorite, I'd be very tentative about laying that kind of action on Cerrone, because Makdessi does have more than a puncher's chance here. I got to go with Cerrone, but there's some caveat. Makdessi has a good chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna say there was a time when I might have picked Makdessi in this fight. This sort of looks like the kind of fight that Donald Cerrone has struggled with earlier in his career. This guy has gotten into positions where he's going to get a big fight next, he's going to get a big title shot, and then he comes up flat and he just does not look good. But I think Donald Cerrone has moved past that. He's in a great place mentally. If he comes out guns blazing, everything working to a T, he will beat John Makdessi. This is a fight he should win.
Both guys leaning towards Cerrone, although take that with a grain of salt. ESPN.com going to be in Las Vegas all week for UFC 187. Be sure to keep it on ESPN.com's MMA page for your complete coverage of UFC 187. For Reed Kuhn and Brett Okamoto, I'm Kerry Chow. Thanks for watching.